Charlotte's Compass is an exploration of the human condition, and a theme that kept coming up throughout all of the stories that I heard was the idea of finding your own true path.
My shoe size 25 and not you.
I got my little compass, my necklace thing, and I spun it round like that, and it just landed down on New Zealand. And I was like, okay, I'm going there. I turned around to my grandfather, I was like, I'm going to New Zealand. He said, are you now, darling? You'll soon be back with your tail between your legs. I won't. And I was like, okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put myself in a position whereby I have nothing superficial left. So I shaved off my hair and I took away all of the makeup, and the t-shirts I wore were like the boys' t-shirts, you know, and just a pair of old shorts, and then the hiking boots, because I was going off on a hike every 10 minutes. And it was really interesting because all of a sudden I was invisible.
Fingers dancing on a map, wish I could travel using a magic word.
When I was in Ibiza, I met Belinda, who runs a clothes shop in St. Carlos. It is one of the most beautiful little treasure troves you could ever imagine, and she was fascinating. She talked a lot about what it is to find your true path. When did it all start for you?
Yeah, in the beginning I was by for myself. I never thought to make a shop or to make market. I was working in the night in discotheque, and and I buy this for me because I love lot of decoration in my house and make cozy and chill out. And so I buy for me. Many people say, why you don't buy for sale? Why you don't buy for sale? So my friends start to call me Belinda. And slowly, when I have 18 years old, I go to live alone. And I was really looking like girl. I can show you some photo. And there, okay, people start to call me Belinda, and many people don't know I am a boy. Yeah, I go to show you some photo from me when I was in girl way.
That's you?
Yes.
You're beautiful.
Me. Thank you.
Stunning. What age are you here?
19, 20.
But you're beautiful. What stunning photos.
So white.
Wait a minute, that's you?
Yes.
Incredible.
White.
Gosh. And where did you get, in a sense, maybe that courage to just express yourself and be you?
I think I'm just lucky to do what I want without ask to anybody what is good, no good. I just do what I feel. And I'm so lucky that I have family also accept this kind of thing, not judge me or not oppress me to not do, you know?
Yeah.
I remember. You have some...
The real world is beautiful, but there are things I didn't know before.
Around the corner from where I live, on the canal, I met a guy called Simon who runs the floating classroom.
When I first started in the job, I was really struggling with it. I started seeing a coach. I described to him this kind of feelings of, you know, the imposter syndrome, the lack of confidence. And we were in an empty room with a table, a boardroom table, and about 8 chairs around it. And he just said, look, describe, you know, he said, I have a contention for you, and my proposition is that we are all different people. You know, so that I am, his name was Chris, I am Chris the brave, or I am Chris the decisive, or I am Chris this. He said, now my contention is that you are lots of different people, and we can choose to who we want to be. He said, so I'm going to invite you to move around the room, sit in a different chair, and be a different person. And he said, so who are you? And I talked about Simon being the confident, Simon the scared, the craven, or whatever. And for about half an hour, he got me moving from chair to chair, just saying, you pick a chair, pick who you're going to be now. And he would just fire questions at me. And gradually he was pushing me into more and more sort of positive frames. And at the end of it, he sort of sat, you know, we finished, and he was like, how'd you feel? And I was like, you know, kind of drained. You know? Yeah. But the exercise was fascinating, because what it did was just, you know, it was all about having choices. That in any given situation, you do actually have a choice about how you react. I still get those moments of paralysis or indecision, But in any given situation like that now, I always come back to that. I have a choice here. Those choices can be hemmed in, and some people have more choices than others. But as a starting point,
By turning around and saying, I can do whatever I want, when I want, and I can choose what the, you can't always control the outcome, but you can choose the best option for you at that given moment.
Sometimes when you talk to someone, you get a real sense of their wisdom. And John, who's a psychotherapist in Dublin, who lost his sight in his youth, was one of those people. He explained to me that finding your true path can be about being in the present moment.
You open yourself to experience, and experience is the great teacher. And thinking is good, but it's kind of, I wouldn't always rely on it. Test it through experience. And experience will always give you the truth, I think. I experience.
I've heard people say that when it comes to the thought process, that there's a lot of ego involved.
Your thought process is based on values and beliefs which may or may not may not stand the test of an experience. And your thought process may also be based on bad past experiences. So, you may come to life in a way with a lot of baggage. So, you don't give yourself. The first girl that you asked up to dance said no, so you stopped. Ask another one. She might say yes. And then the world changes. So it's, if you like, a mindfulness approach to life. As John Kabat-Zinn would say, paying attention in the moment, on purpose, without any judgment. See what's exactly there. Feel it, taste it, smell it, touch it. Think about it too. But use all your senses to come into the present moment. Often we spend our lives in the past or in the future, and we become absentee human beings. We don't live today. We're too busy living the life we should have had, or giving out about it, or hoping for a life that we may have in the future and planning for it, and we're not here and now. The present moment is the only time that we can touch existence. It's not in the past, not in the future, it's only the here and now. And it's the only time that we have personal agency, is the moment, this moment. No other time. We can't change the past. The future never arises. This is the present. This is the gift. That's why it's called the present, as they say. This is the only point in life when I can be alive, touch, be part of existence, and where I can have personal agency now, no other time.
Tell me which way should I go? Just don't wanna be on my own.
So I lived in the van, and I think in a way it was liberating. By taking all of that away, you realize that who you are, your personality, your ability to connect with people and care about other people and share in their life's journey and share yours with them was enough. And it was absolutely liberating. It was wonderful because I realized that it had nothing to do with the superficial. Life has nothing to do with what we are on the outside and everything to do with who we are on the inside.
So do you feel like your grandpa was right?
Yeah, of course. Peter was always right. He used to say, I'm not saying I'm right, Charlotte, but I'm rarely wrong. I'd be like, all right, so bye. Pull the other one.